Sharon Whitson is the general manager of Seattle Hempfest and also the operator for Seattle Hempfest Central, our store. So let's hear it for Sharon Whitson.
Hey you guys, do you like weed? It's pretty freaking awesome, right? I am so happy. We've worked for 26 years to make marijuana legal, and we love watching all these cannabis brands emerge. But we have a long way to go. Do you want to grow weed? I want to grow weed. Right now, if you're a medical marijuana patient, you can grow weed, but you have to join a registry. How lame is that? Let's think about this. Anyone here can go in a store and buy pot, but if you happen to be a medical marijuana patient, you have to be kept on a list like it's freaking poison, or you don't have to be on a list if you take Oxycontin, which kills I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people a year are dying from the opioid crisis going on right now. God forbid, they can have all the opioids they want and they don't have to be on some registry list. But a medical marijuana patient has to be on a list to save a measly 10% sales tax. I want you to think about this for a second too. You pay 47% tax on your legal weed right now. Does that sound proper to you? Or does that sound bogus as hell, man? We need to get together and we need to change this. The Liquor Control Board was ordered by the legislature to study home grows. Now, how do you think they're going to do it? They're going to do it to screw us. They don't want us to grow cannabis. They're being as restrictive as they possibly can on everything. It's our duty to get in contact with them. You need to look up Washington Liquor Control Board. You need to see when they're having hearings. You need to read the stuff. You need to comment on it. Even if it's just to say, I support this, we need to find our voices and fix the system. We don't need a patient's registry. We don't need a 47% tax rate, and we do need home grow. Now let's talk for a minute. I went to Portland, Oregon, and I joined a cannabis club. I went into a very nice facility where they checked out dab rigs, vaporizers, bongs, anything you can imagine. People sat around, smoked weed, ate some food, drank some non-alcoholic beverages, played some games, some pool, some darts, some shuffleboard. Oregon hasn't burned and fallen to the ground. What's Washington afraid of? You can smoke weed in your home. You can't smoke it anywhere else. You can smoke it at Hempfest because we have the numbers that makes it so it's not advantageous for them to come in here and try to write tickets. They would have to have 100,000 people in here to write people tickets. It just wouldn't work, so they don't even bother trying. Okay? We produced a 420 party. It was inside a private residence. It's a private members event. Everyone there was over 21 years of age. They brought their own marijuana and smoked it. So a gathering happened at someone's home and illegal activity took place. You want to know what happened? The city of Seattle wrote us a $1,000 ticket because they consider it a felony to smoke weed at an event. So, come on guys, is this legalization? We can't gather and smoke marijuana. Look at what they can do down in Oregon. This is lame. But you need to find your voice. You need to get involved. If everyone's apathetic and doesn't do anything, nothing will change. You know what'll happen to your 47% tax rate? It'll become 57, because that's how they do it, you guys. The other thing I want to talk about is, can you imagine that people get life without parole for marijuana? It's freaking insane. We've adopted 2 men. George Monterano, who is out of prison and has spoken here at Hempfest. So awesome to have George at his second Seattle Hempfest. Jimmy Romans, there's 50 people serving life without parole right now. Jimmy Romans just had his life sentence redefined. He went and got a resentencing hearing done. Life was still a possibility within the sentencing guidelines. I need you to understand that. Right now, the federal government that doesn't give a shit about your state legalization can put you in prison for up to life in prison for cannabis distribution, because we all know how horrible weed is, right? So he got his sentence reduced to 30 years. That's still horrible. We have a long way to go, and we're not giving up, guys. We have to change these things. We have to fix these things. Right now, the federal government's all wishy-washy. What are they going to do? I think legal cannabis is too ingrained, and I'm not that afraid that they're going to clamp down on it completely. What they are going to do is make it hard on businesses. They're going to push regulations that are unnecessary, and they're going to keep putting us in prison, possibly for life. It's insane. The other thing I want to talk about is volunteering for Seattle Hempfest. We've been here on site now for 6 days, I think. And it's a lot of fun. It becomes a family. And it's a great way to get involved and learn how you can actually do something to change the laws. Hempfest helped legalize pot. Is it perfect? Hell no. We know we have a long way to go. But without all of you guys doing something, it's not going to get any better. So anyway, have a happy Hempfest. Learn all about the Washington Liquor Control Board and that homegrown study they're going to do, and let's keep these guys honest, and let's grow weed, Washington!